And if you look at what I'm teaching and how I teach it, I'm teaching you when to time the market, when to build a model that is bullish, when the bearish model is expected, when the market's going to be in consolidation, and try not to be expanding with your, not expanding, but entering with your trades, expecting the market to expand out of that range, because it's most likely to do what? Consolidate ahead of a big report. So you're not going to be guessing. You don't want to go into this guessing. If at the end of this year, you're feeling like you have no idea where you're at in price, I promise you this: you did not pay attention. You did not take notes, and you did not backtest. And that's the bottom line. That is the absolute truth. And I know that there's going to be people that are going to be lazy as fuck this year. They're only going to watch the videos. They're only going to watch the live streams and try to get trades out of what I'm saying. And then they've learned nothing. And they'll be the same yahoos that were paying me money to learn how to do this. And I'm calling the market every single fucking day, every single month, and it's going where I said it was going to go, and I'm proving the concepts work, and here it is. It's going on and on and on. And I got people that make money in that group, whether it be the 2016 group or the 2021, the last one. Every one of those groups, every one of those years, I have winning, profitable students. Every single one of those groups, I have students that have never made a dime with it. What's the common denominator? They have not done what I'm telling them to do. And they've done everything I told them not to do. The ones that end up making money, they're the ones that maybe they fucked off in the beginning, tried it their own way, mentorship stuff, lost, learned from that, and then started doing what I said. Or they never fucked off and they followed my instructions and right from the beginning found their way into profitability. I'm sorry that it's harder than you thought it was going to be, but that doesn't make me a fucking fraud when I'm out here proving it every fucking day. Sorry. It must suck to be you, because you're literally looking outside yourself for a reason to exist and live with yourself. Because if you think that this stuff doesn't work after seeing as much of the evidence of this on a day-by-day basis with such a degree of precision, you are the problem. Just like I was the problem when I first started. But you don't want to recognize that. Trading, this industry, is the looking glass. What do you see when you see through it? Do you see problems that you got to work on? Character flaws that you have to correct? Build coping mechanisms? Being bipolar, it's not a matter of what I eat, folks. Okay, I appreciate some of you that are sending me that shit, but it has nothing to do with it. It's all in my brain. Okay, I'm literally struggling to be sane sometimes. It's very difficult, and I will not ever take a drug that is going to make me not focus like I need to be focusing. I will live the rest of my life like this, wrestling with it, and it sucks. It does. It sucks. But I will never be medicated. I will not. So, that's the wrestling match I chose to be in. But you're gonna see things through this industry in other people. You're gonna see arrogance when there isn't any justification for it. You're gonna see modesty when they should be beating their chest. You're gonna see folks fail miserably and deny that it was them, not the material, not the concepts, that other people around the world are doing the same stuff with it. And well, not the same stuff, but they're using the same concepts and they're making real money, life-changing money. Some of you are new and you haven't had that experience yet. And I will have that interview with you as well. If you're willing to have it, no problem. I would love to continue that part into 2024 and beyond. I'd like to do like a one a week type thing. That way it allows me, number one, to live my life once we get through this, because I don't want to be doing everyday interview, because it takes time to be doing all that stuff. And I don't want to be held to a schedule, but I would love to be able to sit down with one each week maybe like on a Friday. And it's an hour long in time. That's what my plan is. And just listen to someone that has gone through it. I would love to see people come in and say, yeah, I thought you were a fucking scammer. I thought you were a scammer and a fraudster. And then, I just figured, I'm going to take this guy's shit and challenge it and prove it wrong. And then now I'm making money, and this is the best decision I ever made. That's the interviews I'm waiting to have. Because I understand I have a lot of supporters and you guys are making money, and that's wonderful. I really get my rocks off when I have someone converted. Like, I feel like I've really earned something there. I've gone through a lot of shit over the years and listened to a lot of shit, and willfully put myself in a situation where I'm going to catch a lot of shit because I'm literally out here demo balling, and I've done it for years. And you can't say anything that's going to hurt me because I have the goods. I can prove it, and I'm going to do it in your face with a demo account, and you can't find profitability in any of the shit you're doing. So it's been fun for me to do that. And the people that have looked at what I do and look past the things I told you to look past that, if it's real, you'll see it. If it resonates with you, run with it. And if you have the passion to stick with it, you will be profitable. You will fucking make fucking money here. And that's just the way it is. But you have to be here every day learning what it is that you have to discover is going to be the reasons why you're going to derail. Because you will. And how you react and how you think about yourself, your trading, and this industry, once you experience loss, one of the best things that could ever happen is for you to experience losing an account. What did he say? Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst thing in your mind that could ever happen right now as a student, right? That's the worst thing. How could anybody say that's the best thing? Because you'll know what it feels like to have one moment where you didn't even see it coming, and then boom, you don't have anything in the account, at least not enough to take another trade. I think every trader needs to experience that, because then you'll respect the risk. What happens if you do blow an account, but you don't respect the risk and you go out there and you just do the same thing with the second one? Here's what you're not observing. What you're seeing in that, but ignoring, is that you are impulsive and a gambler. And that means you have to do some work. You have to correct that. And it's not easy because you are the person that's driving that. And you're doing it recklessly because you need an outside of you, confirmation. That's why you're doing it. You're trying to do something Olympic-sized, over-leveraging an account, trying to get some kind of big win so that way you can feel like you are formidable. You can make a lot of money. Look at this. This makes you a good trader. No, it doesn't. It does not make you a good trader. It makes you an impulsive gambler. And guess what? Sometimes impulsive gamblers go to casinos and make a lot of money. But impulsive gamblers don't go to casinos every day or every week or every month of the year and make lots of money. Professional gamblers are not impulsive gamblers. They're calculated money managers, and they're utilizing the cards as what? Their multiplier. They don't know what the next turn on that card is going to be. They don't know what hand's going to be given to them. They don't know. And they embrace that uncertainty, which is the equivalent of us doing what in trading? We don't know what that next candle is going to do. They could drop a bomb somewhere, and boom, the market gaps completely outside what your chart's showing, especially some of you, what I was talking about today in the lecture this morning. You're so zoomed in and you had just a handful of candlesticks. Like, it's only going to move 10 handles at most. Like, you have to have some data on your chart. That's the reason why you're not holding your trades as long, because you have no visibility. You're too close to the forest, or too close to the trees to see the forest. You have your nose on one tree, and the only thing you can see is that bark on that one tree. That's exactly what every YouTuber's doing. There isn't one YouTuber out there that I've seen that has enough data on their chart to make balanced decisions. You're looking at it too close. And when you do get a winner, I'm in your audience sometimes, and I'm thinking to myself, what are you talking about? You're going to close it. What the fuck are you doing? But it's your trade, and it would be rude of me. It would be rude of me to overtake and say, this is what's going to happen. But I have sometimes tossed out numbers that said, like, here, like a gentle nudge, like, here, look there, and then don't take your profits in the next 5 handles. And I don't want to override someone when they're in a live stream, because it's rude, and that's already bad enough when I show up and I try to help someone with their with their audience and help build them up and tell them, I'm in your audience right now, I'm watching what you're doing. And then invariably the folks that know that I'm there, or if I invite all of you, hey, ICT's in the house. That's not, I don't want you doing that. And it's rude. It would piss me off. It would drive me fucking crazy. Like seriously? Like, I understand if somebody showed up in a live setting and they're a celebrity, but I'm not a fucking celebrity. I'm literally nobody. And giving you my attention, or giving me your attention in somebody else's live streaming chat box, is rude. That's fucking rude. Don't do that. But these same YouTubers who I sometimes adore, because they are doing something that takes a lot of balls to do it, and seeing them discover themselves in the presence of other people, man, that takes a lot of courage. And Patrick, if you're listening, my advice, and you can take this with a grain of salt, but I guarantee you, if you don't engage the chat and you just do you, let them say whatever the fuck they're going to say. Who cares? The chat window, whoever's talking in the chat window, they're not really fucking worried about price. They're just hanging out. They want to be a part of the clique. That's what that all is. And they're not going to learn anything anyway. So just let them have fun in there. Who cares? But if you're there doing what you're doing, I mean, you can find trades. I mean, we can see you doing it, man. Just focus on what it is you're doing, and fuck the bullshit. Don't let them distract you. That's why I will never do that. I can't have a window where people can talk, because I'm going to look at the cars going by and I'm going to chase the right one. That's what they want. They want me distracted. I'm never going to give that to them. I'm not going to do that. And you're easily taken out of gear, bro. And when you lock it down, the best thing you could do is just turn that shit off. Not for the members. Let them go there and talk. That's fine. But you don't look at it. Just have a one-way conversation, man. People are there to listen to you. That's why they're coming. When I show up and I'm in your stream, I'm there to watch you. I'm there, I'm watching you. I'm watching your mannerisms. I'm reading your face. I'm reading your eyes. I'm watching how you talk. I'm watching you fidget around in your chair. I'm watching you shift around. I'm watching you get frustrated when it ain't working. I'm listening to how you talk to yourself. I'm watching all that stuff. To me, it's a social experiment. I'm watching you find yourself, and I'm also watching you wrestle yourself. And this is exactly what I talk about all the time, which is the reason why I invite everybody to go to you. Because if you wrestle all these things you're competing with inside you, and I hope you're not being offended by what I'm saying here, because I'm saying everything with love, bro. I'm not trying to judge you. Nothing I'm saying here should be viewed as negative. Like, I'm telling you that what you're doing is very courageous, and I'm hoping that you will be successful more than you already are. And I'm hoping that you just consider what I'm saying and just try it out. It might not work for you, and that's fine. I'm not trying to take credit for anything that you do in the future. All I'm trying to do is be a help. That's all. But what you go through and the things that you're experiencing, and then you say, oh, fuck this fucking trade, that's negative self-talk. And that negative self-talk has such an impact, such a huge impact on what you're going to do. And you're doing it, you're doing it in a setting that's absolutely incredible in terms of difficulty, which takes huge fucking balls. Like, to do that, number one, in front of anybody, in a live audience setting, takes a lot of courage. And if you're trying to discover what it is that you're going to be excelling in as a trader, while doing that and allowing other people to give you feedback. And sometimes you know what's going to happen. Assholes are going to show up because they suck. They literally can't do it themselves, and they want to make themselves feel good if they can wreck your mindset. So deny them that and still do what you're doing. If you're distracted with what other people are saying, like, why don't you try to trade like this? And why don't you fuck that opinion or question? Who gives a shit? You know what you want to do when you see it in the chart, like anybody else. Doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's wrong. That's the thing you're looking for. You're waiting for that thing. And if you let other people get inside your head and take your mind off of what it is you're looking for, whether it be a student of mine or whether it be someone that's pretending to be a student of mine by talking shit about me, which I think is really what's going on. I think there's people out there, and you know who I'm talking about. They're trying to make our community look like a bunch of assholes by going into other live streamers and shit. And that's why I'm not going to invite anybody anymore, because that's what's been going on. But you know what YouTubers I'm listening to. Patrick, you know I'm in yours. Trades by Matt, you know I'm in yours. And the other YouTubers are just uploads. And the other ones, I'm not going to tell you who they are because I use their chat windows for sentiment. And I don't want them to think I'm being an asshole, because that's not what it is. I have nothing against the YouTubers themselves, but they have a rich chat window that is a wonderful sentiment indicator. So I've said that before. But Patrick posted a comment about how, and he's also said it several times in his live streams. I'm talking about Patrick Whelan. He does a live stream every morning on YouTube and trades the morning session and such. And I think he's a cool character. He's funny a lot of times. And I'm very interested in seeing how he finds himself in all this, but still hopefully maintains that character, because it's edgy. It is going to work really, really well if he knows what he's doing and he's consistent with it. There's a lot of emotion, and which is normal. Like he's a roller coaster of emotions, which many times I think is why people go to watch him. And when he makes it and kills it, he's doing his normal everyday man flex where he gets the touchdown, he does his dance, and he's cheerleading himself, whatever. That question he posed several times about how he needs to find a way to hold on to these trades a little bit longer. And then now when he tries to do that, he gets burned because he has winning trades and turns back on him. And I think he's dabbling with the idea of doing partials, which, Patrick, that is the absolute best fucking thing in the world, because they always make money. Partials always profit. Every single fucking time. There's never been a partial profit that didn't make money. That's an absolute 100% win. Every single time. It has a 100% win rate. You can't beat it. It is what it is. The problem is, once you taste $4,000, $5,000 winning days, the impulse is to keep chasing that, like that first high. When you see these folks in the back when I was younger, you would see these folks on cocaine, and that first time they took cocaine, like they want to chase that high. They never get it again. They never can get that same one again, but they constantly keep going back to it, wanting to get that same high. I don't have personal experience in that shit, but in the 80s, that was the drug of choice, and we saw a lot of it. And it was in the movies, it was in culture, it was, that was the fashion drug at the time. Well, when you're trading and you get that high of a big win, that's a high that you want to get back almost limitlessly. Like you want, as soon as you got out of the trade, you're thinking, man, that was great. Let me go again. Like there's something in the chart that's going to give you that same 15 handle run again. It's done. Like you got to stop.